Okay, guys, so the second mistake that you can do when you manifest your specific person or your money or your situation or whatever you want to manifest is to have a human thinking, is to have thoughts that are not in line with your God power. And when I say I'm like that, like you have a limited thinking, you think in limits. You don't attribute to yourself the God power, because to be honest, God wouldn't think that maybe my SP doesn't want me, maybe they have a third party, maybe I won't be able to get the money, maybe this or maybe that. So your main mistake is still thinking and still approaching manifestation from a human level. And as you know me, I do like to say that the highest self-concept is the self-concept of being God, because when you know you're God, the sole creator, when you know you're the operant power, you will not get thoughts such as, my SP doesn't want me, they're gonna go with a third party, maybe I will not get this promotion, maybe my boss has to agree upon me getting the promotion or not. So what happens is that you have to take over your thinking. You have to first observe it, see whether is this thinking coming from, I'm the only operant power of my reality. Am I thinking as God? Am I behaving in my inner world as God? Because your inner world is what is source for what you're going to experience out there in the 3D. Your thinking is the only source. So your thinking is source of everything that you experience in the 3D. That's why, what is your thinking? Let's just settle that. Okay. So what is your thinking? Do you really think like God? Do you behave as God in your imagination? Are you God? Do you think from the viewpoint of God? Because to be honest, anything that comes in as an excuse, anything that comes in as, oh, maybe I can manifest this, or maybe I should give up. Because let's be honest, as God, you won't dwell too much in effort or in doing techniques or in listening to more manifestation techniques, applying more manifestation techniques. You don't need techniques. Techniques are simply there to help you to help you to see how it feels. That's all techniques are. But techniques don't manifest. It's your inner conversations. It's your attitude towards the 3D world. So when you have an attitude of, I am a weak person, I am defeated, I don't know what I'm going to do with my circumstances because they are so scary. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to get what I want. This is not you having the mindset of God. Nothing else is required from you. Simply think from the mindset of being God. That's it. Easy peasy, right? So your number one mistake is approaching manifestation from a human point of view, trying to do everything in your power to obtain results. And that's why even if you manifest your specific person back, you're not going to keep them, because if you still think like you're this human being and they are this separate entity from you, you're not going to be able to keep them. You must think thoughts, divine thoughts. Okay? So observe your thinking and change your thinking. You have to want it. It's your will, okay? You must be willing to change who you were. You must be willing to select a different version of you. You must be willing to see things for what they really are. Do reverse engineer. All of you asked me, do a video about reverse engineer. I'm talking about reverse engineer in every video. I'm not going to there's not much to say about reverse engineer. I'm going to talk it about right now because I'm not going to do a whole video and title it. So reverse engineer is basically you looking back in your past and tracing down the thoughts that created the circumstance. For example, you broke up, your specific person came and told you, I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't love you anymore. Now, the thoughts that you might have had previous might have been, this is too good to be true. No one is here to stay. Maybe they want this from me, they're going to get this. Or maybe if they know the real me, they're going to get sick of me and leave. Or there are other girls, or I have competition in this area. So identify the thoughts before, or maybe many of you were even specific and you would say they're going to break up with me. So because sometimes you get the exact specific reflection. Okay, this is reverse engineer. Reverse engineer is going back in your past, observing and understanding and accepting that your thinking is the only source of your 3D circumstances, because everything starts from here. As above, so below. As in your mind, so in the 3D. So instead of going in the 3D, but this is going to be a whole different video. Number 3 mistake would be this. Instead of going in your 3D and trying to convince verbally, by actions, by stalking, by begging, by pleading, change in here. Change in here and start thinking the way a God thinks. And if many of you until now were so fucking obsessed with manifesting your specific person, and your mind would run in thoughts, and you can't stop thinking about them, truly ask yourselves, like take a break and ask yourselves, is God thinking this? The answer would be no. Because God wouldn't obsess over his manifestations. God wouldn't think it's too good to be true. Okay? Observe your thinking. Stop thinking as a fucking human being. You're not human being. You're God in a human avatar. You're playing with your own reality. The 3D outside cannot change if you don't change in here. That's what it means. You must change self. You must take the responsibility. You must act and behave and know that you're God. Because everything starts from in here. When you start thinking as God, you will see movement so much faster in your 3D. You wouldn't get thoughts like, you wouldn't even put a deadline on it. You wouldn't force yourself. You wouldn't put timelines on it. You would enjoy your life. And if your manifestation comes to mind, you can easily, safely say it's done. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to force yourself. You don't have to manipulate yourself into believing. Simply choose it consciously. Make this choice every second, every day. Now, I'm not telling you to be a maniac and go obsessively with it like every second. When I say every second, is that when you get a thought that feels limited, a thought that goes to the opposite side of being God, a thought that it's human limited thought. I have to manifest a text. I have to manifest a phone call. No, bullshit. This is all crumbs. You go straight to the end. I'm God. I always manifest what I want. Of course I manifest what I want. I'm the only thinker. There is no free will out there. So train yourself. Don't make the mistake of behaving as a human being. Start training yourself to think from the viewpoint of being God, knowing that there are no other gods. You're the only God. No one has free will. They have to be and do what they say they will be and what they will do. Okay? Check your inner thinking. This is the source of everything that you experience. The source of what you're experiencing is not out there in the 3D. The source of what you're experiencing is in here. Change the in here and the reflection will change by itself. You don't care about the reflection. The reflection is there as not even a feedback. I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't even bother myself with what reflection you got until now. Fuck it. It doesn't matter. You are a new person every second. Make sure you choose to be the person you desire to be, which is, I'm a person, I'm playing the role, I'm playing the part of knowing I'm the only operant power, knowing that everything is under my dominion, knowing that everything is under my command. Okay? Second mistake is thinking as a human being and not elevating yourself to who you really are, which is God. Okay? Okay, guys, I love you so much. I'll see you next time.